Oh no, what have I done? There we go. All right, you guys ready? Longest title, what you play now, Hades? No, Love at the Milky Way Diner. I'm so excited to try this. All right, let's see the settings. Okay. Hi, Simba buddy. Are you gonna make this difficult for me to play? You gonna make this difficult for me to play? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna do one thing. Simba, get out of here, my guy. Jesus, cat. Copy. Okay, no, you've lost desk privileges. There we go. All right, so as I was saying earlier, this is a game in development. It is currently halfway to its crowdfunding goal. I just linked to the kick. Wow, I just linked the Kickstarter. It is put together by a queer couple. This game looks amazing. It is developed by Ellie, also known as Pastel Grandma. And the story that I've seen from their TikTok is that they lost their job around COVID. And being a game artist, they were like, I'm just going to make my own game. So this has been a passion project by Ellie and their spouse. So please go support them. They only have how many days left of the Kickstarter? 15 days left. So yes, please go check it out. The demo is free on Steam. But yes, let's get into this. Hi, traveler. What is your name? My name is Oko. Oh god, I need a last name? Oh. We'll just do that. Settings. Ooh, this music's just a touch loud. Okay. So we're gonna turn the volumes down a little bit. Alright, yes. The V2. Nah, I should have put in V2, but you're right. Too speedy for me? No, really? Literally as I went to go get the link. Yeah, I did a pin. That should work, right? That should work, right? Not that old. Alright, enjoy your journey. I rub my eyes. I still feel groggy and stiff from my time in the transportation ship's stasis pods. I stare out of the ship's many windows into the emptiness of deep space. I'm sitting in the observation lounge of Argo 24. Your best choice for your inter-system travel leaving the Helios system, with prices that won't break the bank. There are far more glamorous methods of space travel. 5-star cruising ships with luxurious rooms and great meals, where you can spend the long trip between star systems in leisure and comfort. But comfort costs credits, and I'm pretty short on those. Fucking real. So it's budget travel and budget stasis pods for me. The Argo space fleet is known for being especially no frills. The ship dips and my destination comes into view. The deep space station has Hesperides? Question mark? It's sleek Aurelian design with habitat and docking rings orbiting around the station's main superstructure. Spacecraft zip in and out and around the station like bees circling a hive. Unfamiliar alien designs in unexpected shapes. Thankfully, I was able to utilize an onboard sonic shower and freshen up. A sonic shower? Is that like a speedy shower? And freshen up before making my way there. My stomach rumbles and I pull out the complimentary juice box and small biscuits that were left by my pod for me to find when I woke up. I tear open the package and nibble on the slightly sweetened and crumbly digestive. The biscuit is plain and the strawberry juice is warm, but it's my body's first solid food in 2 weeks, and that's a relief to an empty stomach. Milky Way Diner, the Mars bar is closer to way cheaper. Shower with noise / Ooh. Oh, yeah, without water. Interesting. Reminds me of the dust showers from Tank Girl. I watch as one of the smaller ships head towards the spot in the space marked by blinking buoys. There's a flash as the ship speeds past them into the wormhole, disappearing from sight. There are 4 other spots like this in the area around I didn't see the name again. It's going to take me a while to cement that name. Stable wormholes, each leading in a different place light years away from here. I almost expected a voice to come with that. Attention all passengers, we are now beginning docking procedures for Deep Space Station Hesperides? I want to say Hesperides. I think it's Hesperides. Please make sure to bring all of your belongings with you as you disembark. Oh, you're so right. On behalf of our crew, we all thank you for choosing Argo Space Transport. Oh, this is all like, look at all this drawings. And I love like it looks a little scratchy, right? It like looks a little sketchbooky. I disembark from the Argo 24 into a massive arrivals hangar. I'm immediately met with a shift in artificial gravity. The difference between the calibration of the transport ship and the station is slight, but there's just a bit more bounce. All around me are ships full of shapes and sizes across from the galaxy, from large passenger cruisers to cargo freighters, to small personal crafts and aliens. I've never seen so many different species all in one place, hustling between ships, trying to make connections, lining up to collect their bags and moving cargo around. A dizzying flurry of fur and scales and tentacles and tails. It's so much to take in. The Helios system doesn't really get that much interstellar tourism, so seeing other species is a rarity. But this is the Hesperides station, space station, gateway to the Theta sector and the fringe colonies therein. In this part of the galaxy, humans are the minority. Attention! This is the final boarding call for Flight XJ6B6 with service to Kashroth 4. Cargo freighters, cargo ships. Thank you. I know what it means, but it's that consequence of reading things more than speaking them. Or more than hearing them, you know? All passengers should now be on board at gate C32. Out of the way. Who the fuck bumped into me? Hello? Voice behind me calls, and before I can react, I'm shoved hard to one side. I'm thrown off balance by the impact and tumble forward, hitting the ground hard. Jeez! Anyone get the fucking license plate for that truck? My travel bags slide a few feet away from me on the metal floor. I look up just in time to see a skitarian, or a skitren, with a large backpack run and shove their way through the crowd. Hey! Watch where you're going! Growls another voice as I hear footfalls jog towards me. The owner of the voice steps in front of me and crouches down to meet my eyes. Ah, they're so cute! I'm getting slightly jester vibes. Hey, are you okay? She says with concern in her deep voice. Oh, damn it, I gave her a fucking brighter voice. She's an alien. A Kateri. She has a worried look in her golden eyes. Pulling up next to her is a hovercart piled high with boxes. Hesperides? In Greek mythology, the Hesperides are nymphs of evening and golden light of sunsets. Ah, Mystic in human form. Nah, this one's not enough of a shit. Mystic has been quite a shit lately. You're not hurt, are you? I'm okay. I might have a bruise or two, though. I say sheepishly as I rub my right elbow, which bore the brunt of the impact. Here, let me help you stand. She extends her large clawed hand towards me, and I take it. She pulls me up with ease, and I can't help but slightly be startled by her strength. Thanks. I say as I crane my neck to look behind her, trying to spot my errant bags. Following my gaze, she turns around. Oh, does she have a tail? Don't mention it. She says brightly as she reaches down to grab my 2 bags, throwing them both over her shoulders with ease. I'm Kale, by the way. She flashes me a toothy smile, her teeth, her fangs. I'd seen a Kateri in vids before, or from a distance, and a couple times from Mars. But this is my first time really meeting a member of their species up close like this. I mean, she kinda pretty. She's kinda beautiful, I catch myself thinking. Beautiful and strong. There is something about her that isn't totally unlike a lioness I've seen in vids of old earthen species. BRB, Futica, enjoy your BRB. Kale moves with the same powerful, confident, and graceful way they did. Her ears are decorated with gold and sparkling gems. They clink softly as her ears move, trying to catch different sounds in the hanger. She has eyes that shine as brightly as the jewelry that adorns her. They are warm and kind and the color of liquid amber. Not to mention her bright blue hair looks so fluffy and soft. On top of that, she's friendly and kind, rushing over to me to make sure a random stranger, an alien like me, was okay. What's wrong? 'Cause she got your tongue? 'Cause she got your tongue? Ha 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 ha. No, I just spaced out, that's all. Flush slightly. Did she notice me staring? I hope not. I'm Oko. Well, Oko, let's get you to where you gotta go. Do you have a connection to catch? Oh, no connection. This is me. I'm actually moving to the station. Really? Well, in that case, I'll bring you to her arrivals. I'm headed there myself. Follow me. She smiles an easy smile and nudges the parked hover cart next to her tail. It whirs to life and follows her as she walks around, my bag still slung over her shoulder. Have you guys seen, there's suitcases, or not suitcases, there's like actually no, it might be a suitcase, that could just follow you around. Like, I saw somebody take one to a convention, and they're just putting all of like the stuff they bought from conventions in there. Clearly, she has no intention of letting me carry them myself. I decided I'm just gonna roll with it for now. I still feel pretty rough from my time in stasis. Pet suitcase, let's go! Mystic! Oh my god, cat. History. Hold on. I'm not about to protest. I dust myself off and start to follow her through the crowd. So, Oko, you're moving in on... Hold on, I need to see that breakdown again. Hesperades. So, Oko, are you moving in on the Hesperades? What brings you to the side of the galaxy? If you don't mind me asking, that is. This cat is driving me insane. She's trying to knock over my water bottle. She keeps getting in my face. Mystic, please. Please, can you just lay down there and be content? I can pet you. Just gotta lay down here, okay, honey? We get a lot of folks passing through, as you might have noticed. But it's not every day someone decides to make an extended stay here. I guess you could say I'm looking for a fresh start. I mean, both kind of mean the same thing. So I'm going to go with just fresh start. Oh, also, try scrolling your mouse wheel. I can't recall if it's up or down, but RenP, the software used for most games like this, has a feature to go back in lines. Oh, okay. I'm looking for a fresh start. I'm taking over my late aunt's diner. Okay, I'm using scroll wheel right now. It's not going back and forth, so I don't think that's on this one, Lynette. Oh, the Milky Way diner? Yeah. How did you know? Milky Way diner is Hesperides' station staple. I heard it was closing after your aunt passed. It's good to hear that somebody's keeping that place up and running. It's an important spot for the community here, and when you're this far away from home, community is everything. It's a lot to live up to. I had no idea it was so popular. You and your aunt weren't close? Then, quickly, as if catching herself, she says, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to pry. You don't have to share if you don't want to. That's okay. We weren't. Not really anyways. I only met her a couple of times in life when she came to visit my family in the Helio system. She had her own thing going here. Her life out in deep space, the diner. My parents never really had the cred to take us out of the system to go visit. Then about a month ago, we got word that she had a stroke and passed away. When we got the will, it said that she would like one of the family members to take over if possible. She didn't have any kids of her own, so here I am. You just dropped everything to come out here? It's pretty bold for somebody who's never left their home star system. I'm impressed. Damn, it's a toggleable setting. I think that's a shame. Yeah, at least I have the history log. That's also fine. Not much to drop when the company you've been working for goes bankrupt and you're out of a job. Fresh start sounded pretty good after that. Jeez. Kate! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome on in, Raiders! I'm gonna wait until we get that clip playing, and then I will introduce myself. Oh, let's go Pikachu. How is that game? Oh, was Kate muted for that clip? Oh, poor thing. I saw the mouth moving, but I didn't hear her talk. But yes, welcome on in, Raiders. My name is Okomie, but you can call me Oko for short. I am an English VTuber and a casual elven e-girl. I'm a variety streamer, which means I get to stream whatever the fuck I want to stream. And today, we're going to be doing a 12-hour birthday bash. And I'm going to be just kind of jumping all over the place game-wise. So we're currently playing the demo for Milky Way, or Love of the Milky Way Diner. And I'm currently trying to fight my cat. Please stop trying to stay up on the keyboard. It's not true. No job, no love life. My friends from college and I had drifted apart. But yes, thank you so much for the raid, Kate. I completely understand if you need to like dip and do post-stream aftercare and whatnot. Go take care of yourself. Yeah, I'm not having success in the clip department. Oh, I mean, you can always go into your creator dashboard and you can like go and delete clips that like you don't like. Thank you. It's just a summer model. I'm wearing a bikini, so I'm in a pool. I love the hair. The hair is so nice. And I also finally I have like my freckles and my beauty marks now too, which is great. They've been on the ref sheet for a bit, but not on the model, and I'm so happy that I finally have them on the model. They're not on the Flox model yet though. Sure, my family was there, but they all had their own stuff going on. There really wasn't much of anything holding me back. Buying a one-way discount ticket to the gateway of the theater sector and running a diner with no experience seemed like a much better option than just continuing to aimlessly drift around home. I get that. Sometimes change is good. Kale reaches over and gives me a gentle and reassuring pat on the back. You've got this. I'm sure the Milky Way diner is in good hands. There's a warm and reassuring look in her eyes. She's so easy to talk to. I'm thankful to have met someone as kind as Kale as soon as I arrived. And what about you? You said we get a lot of folks passing through, so I guess it's safe to assume you live on the station? I'm a cargo runner, so I'd sooner say I live on my ship rather than here. The Hesperides is kind of like a home base for me, though. Got a good steady list of clients here. Not too far of a trip from Ronan, and people are nice here. What kind of cargo do you run? That depends on... Kale's amber eyes narrows, her ears twitch slightly. You're not a Gabby agent, are you? Wait, no, it's capitalized, so it's probably like a GABI. Kale said with conspiratorial edge in her voice. The Galactic Alliance Bureau of Investigation. I'm just going to apologize right now, guys. I'm terrible at reading out loud. So it's great that we're playing a visual novel on stream where I'm going to have to do a lot of reading, right? No. There's an obvious uneasy tone in my voice. I'm just messing with you, Oko, she says with a laugh. I transport the usual stuff, tech, food, alcohol, medicine, stuff like that. I do supply runs for a couple of the on-station merchants. You could place an order with me if you need some ingredients. They can't grow. If you need some ingredients, they can't grow on the agricultural deck. I have a great whiskerfish supplier on Ronin. Also, she leans in a bit closer and says, just a bit quieter, I have connections in just about every sector of this galaxy. Whatever you might need, I can find it. For the right price, of course. Or the right person. Kale says with a wink, an undeniably flirty tone in her voice! Oh my god. Am I being hit on? She is kind of cute, though. Kale isn't exactly being subtle. I'm not necessarily surprised she'd be interested in a member of a different sapient species. After all, interspecies couplings aren't unheard of. People from different star systems have been living side by side for centuries. There was even a Martian drama series a few years back about a Naru and a human. I'm surprised she's interested in me. I'm gonna flirt back. Yeah? I'm here for a new life. Oh, and how would someone like me, for example, go about being the right person? Well, you can start by letting me buy you a drink, and maybe, who knows, I might just decide I like you. Decide you like me? You haven't decided yet? I'm hurt. I say with a mocking offense, putting my hands over my heart, and Kale lets out a chuckle. Yeah, not a problem, Kate. Thank you for the lurk. Maybe I just want to make sure I was right to have a good feeling about you. Then I'll have to take you up on that offer, won't I? Maybe I'll even cook you something on the house to really win you over. I like her too, Bubble. I kind of want to draw her. Can Katari eat pancakes? I feel like pancakes are diner food. And easy to make. We can. I've had them before and I enjoy them. I like sweet things. No wonder you had a good feeling about me then. Oh, the flirting! Kale's ears perk up in a bit of surprise. For a moment, I think I might have caught her off guard. But she quickly recovers with a devilish smile. Because you're sweet? You said it, not me. Kale chuckles and leans down slightly so she's closer to my ears, and she says, You caught me there, sugar. Ah! Kale literally... Ah! She literally purrs when she says the word sugar. I feel a tingle run up my spine and my face flush deeply. Bro, I just got here. No, she's good, I think to myself. She leans away from me with a knowing smile. I'll give you a chance to get your space legs before I rush you to the nearest bar. I'll be in port for a couple more days. I'll catch you once you're settled. We stop walking, getting into a short line and a kiosk manned by a human in a green uniform. All right, here we are, she says, putting down my bags. Give me your palm pad, and I'll, wait, palm pad. I'll add my contact info. I see, that's what it was. Settings, the music's getting loud again. That way, you can place an order with me if you need anything for the diner. And let me know when you're free for that drink, of course. If we're in the same system, we can chat in real time. Otherwise, you can shoot me a text or a voice message, and I'll get back to you once it reaches me. I know how interstellar communications work, you know? I say with a laugh, handing her my palm pad. This may be my first time out of system, but I'm not totally clueless. I know, just a reminder. She says as she types her contact details. She hands my palm pad back to me. I've noticed we've made it to the front of the line now. I've got to get this stuff where it needs to go, so I'll head in first. I'll be seeing you around. Alright, bye, Kale. She puts her large hand on my shoulder as she passes by me and walks up to the kiosk, her hover cart following behind her. Officer Shiwu Morency? Is it Kale Morency? Oh, no, she's addressing the fucking person behind the desk. I'm an idiot. A thirsty idiot. I'm talking way too much. What's the head of security doing at checking arrivals? From where I stand, now I can get a better look at the human man behind the kiosk. What's the ... for, Bubble? What's the ... for? Officer Shiwu, as Kale called him. He has wavy chocolate brown hair that curls around the nape of his neck and a stern expression on his face. Oh my gods, you guys! Look, Kale's cute, okay? He's not too tall, with an athlete's build. I can't help but notice the prominent bags under his dark eyes. He looks like he hasn't had a good night's sleep in ages. Officer Eskett called in sick today, so I'm taking over his duties for now. Can you please get your name and purpose for your visit to the station? His voice is deep and soft, with a stern edge and a slight fringe planet accent. I don't know what that sounds like. Really, Shiwu? You gotta do this whole song and dance every time? It's not like you don't know my name and call sign by now. I know your name is Kale, but regulations are regulations, and there are questions I need to ask every person who goes through arrivals. Now please, can I get your name and your purpose for your visit? Kale's tail twitches slightly in irritation as she rolls her eyes. Oh my god. Kale Voshruna, cargo delivery for Ashkeith's General, Haley Roswell, and the Wayfarer's Rest. Shipping manifests will be under call sign Starblazer. Shiwu types away quickly at the hollow screen in front of him, giving the manifest a quick read. Thank you. Looks like everything's in order. He looks up from his screen and at Kale. Also, this is your reminder that all weapons are to be left on the ship. Tisha! I have survived my first day at the new job. You only melted a little? Is it warm? Ugh, I feel like I need a warm beverage. She flips open the flaps on her holsters with a flourish, revealing the empty pockets. I know. It's not like it's my first time here. The laundry rooms are hot as fuck to clean. Oh, I see. I'm only reminding you because you forgot last time. Because I was in a hurry! Oh my god. I had a row that needed to get back into temperature control. It was losing freshness by the second. They're going back and forth like this, but Kale doesn't sound angry, just mildly annoyed at the bureaucracy of it all. Kale seems to be the type that chafes up against rules and regulation, and Shiwu doesn't seem like the type to loosen protocol for anyone. Arms out, just gotta give you a quick scan and then you're free to go. A pair of spherical floatroids deploy from behind the kiosk and float on either side of Kale and her hover cart. The two droids emit green scanning beams that float around Kale, scanning her and her cargo. By the way, you look more exhausted than usual today. You holding up all right? Now it was Shiwu's turn to roll his eyes. He sighs a bit. Is there supposed to be an E there? Am I crazy? Is that how you spell sighs? He sighs a bit and rubs the back of his neck. I appreciate your concern about my well-being, but I'm fine. It's nothing new. Still, you should check in with Sarah. I did a couple of days ago. Like I said, I'm fine. Shiwu's face softens as he speaks. The droids finish their scan and the green lights turn off. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, there's not supposed to be an E there. No forbidden articles or pathogens detected. Kale Vashruna, you are free to proceed into the station. Please enjoy your stay. Okay. I brought you some new herbal tea from Ronan. I'll leave it by your mail locker. Thanks, Kale. I'll be sure to try it before bed tonight. You better. Let me know how it goes. I'll catch you later, bud. And with that, Kale gives her cart a nudge as she walks into the station. But not before looking over her shoulder at me and giving me a smile and a wave. See ya, sugar. And with that, she disappears around the corner. I grab my bags and lug them to the kiosk where Shiru stands. Can I get your name and purpose for your visit to the station? Shiwu says, meeting my eyes over his hollow screen. I'm Oko. I'm moving to the station to take over the management of the Milky Way diner. Shiwu raises his thick eyebrows, and the corners of his mouth lift slightly into a small smile. Ah, yes, we've been expecting you. Welcome aboard. I'm Officer Shiwu Morency, head of security. Can I please get you to confirm all these details, that all these details are correct? I'll also need to see your travel documents. He hands me the holoscreen to let me see. Oh, you can put in your own pronouns. Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's a nice way to do that. I like that. How do I confirm? How do I say yes? Do I enter? Do I close? Ah. I scan my wrist chip on the holoscreen before handing it back to Shiwu who gives it a quick once-over. Alright, everything looks good. This is GA Category 3 station, so all Class 4 and above weapons are strictly prohibited. If you are carrying any energy blasters, phasers, electropulse emitters, or laser swords, please leave them with me. We will store them in a secure location till such as the time as you leave the station. Good thing I left my laser sword at home. Good thing I don't carry any weapons then. Yeah, good thing I left my laser sword at home. Chua's eyes narrow, clearly unamused. I shift a little awkwardly. Dude! Oh, I was sent a DM! Fuck, man, I do need that warm bevy. My Twitter has been blowing up all fucking day. Vosk, if you're here, yes. It is okay. I'm worried about the gas though. So if you want to gas up, I can pay you back. Or not gas up, but like throw some money into the tank, I can pay you back. Easy peasy. You just gotta come acquire the keys. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make myself coffee. This way I get a warm bevy. Actually, no, I might make myself a tea. I'll get a warm bevy and some caffeine. So I'm gonna burp. I'm gonna BRB so I can get Vosk the keys to the truck as well. Be right back. Throw something at their own ally? Yeah? What are my taxes? How much do I have to... Whoa! Excuse? Man, why do they call it a restroom when you're fighting for your life in there?
Bruh, I ask the same question every day. IBS is all bitch.
That did not just happen. Imagine what? Are they all in voice chat? Just like fucking laughing at me? Bruh. Oh dear. Can I get to the grace before I die of poison? Oh boy. Not looking likely. Ah, there she is. Grace is literally right there. It's Jove. Fuck. What color? Yeah. My man's was struggling. Oh my. Throw something at their own ally? Yeah? D? Oh, D Sinan. Oh, of course it would be D. Of course it would be Delilah. Alright. We get Delilah. And we get Wusk. 25% chance. It's a very low percentage. Look at the eyes they make it back at each other. Oh, wait. Why were they angry for a second? Oh, they didn't want to! Oh, no! Oh, and I fucking wasted a sin for that? Are you kidding me?
I'm not dumb.
I body blocked you so hard, Karinga.
I'm dead though.
Damn it.
Listen, I absorb bullets too, it's fine.
That one's out on the front. They just went up.
Yeah.
But it's just this one.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm working on it.
I know. I just know that.
Panic. Hey guys, I'm glad I showed up again. I'm so bad. I'm so rusty.
Aha! You guys are fucking smart. fucking hate prowess. Yum yum yum. Yum 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 yum. Yum. Oh, DC of 5, easy. Are you kidding me? Nah. That's better. You fucking kidding me? Son of a fucking bitch. What are you doing in the house? Get out of there! Freshly baked bread. Always? Okay, one second. I'll pause music. You guys ready for this? Oh, I got crumbs all over my tablet. Wisp. Alright, I'm gonna go put the solo bread back. Yeah.
Something good this
It's not a
Someone's
package.
crafting right below us.
Oh, wait! I may or may not We are back. Alright. Shu's eyes narrow, clearly unamused. I shift a little awkwardly. I assume you're kidding around. You got me! How could you tell? You don't seem like the type to have a laser sword. Bro. You don't know what I do in my free time. He says matter-of-factly, geez, this guy does not have a sense of humor. He clears his throat a bit. I'll go ahead and update your access files so you can use your wrist chip to access the Milky Way diner as well as your quarters. If you'd like, I can have someone from the agricultural deck drop some of the ingredients off of the diner for you. Yes, please. Yeah, it'd be great. I'd like to take the kitchen for a spin. Oh, fuck me, that's hot. Oh my god, that tea's hot. Ha! Sorry, guys. I figured as much. Let's see, what else? You'll be in room 3 of living block B. Your room will have a bathroom with water and sonic showers, a tub, a kitchenette, as well as your bed. Mystic, don't sit on the adhesive for that again, please. You are missing a patch of fur because of it. Stop it. Actually, no, you're not missing a patch of fur. There's just a lot of fur on the adhesive strip. This cat driving me up the wall. Oh, Bubble, I don't know if you're still here. The stickers came in. The Emerlia Murder stickers came in. So, I hope to be listing those on the Ko-fi tonight, but that depends entirely if they sent me the fucking promotional photos that I've also paid for. Looks like they haven't yet. I'm gonna have to email them about that. Sorry, guys. Here we go, because the sooner I get those promotional photos in, the sooner I can post them on the Ko-fi. Email them with your rage. I'm not raging. I'm just curious. Sheets and pillows are provided, and the room has been prepped for your arrival. There is also a common space with the living area and a larger kitchen. Your neighbors have already been told to expect you. Please make sure to introduce yourself when you get the chance, as you'll be sharing the space with them. I heard about similar setups on other stations and space colonies. Life in space can be isolating, so dwellings and neighbors are often planned with an emphasis on a community building. Rage! Rage! I've got a rage emote, yeah? Yes, Oko Rage! Do you know my neighbors? Do you like living here? Do you like living here? I've never lived off-world, so I'm not super familiar with station life. I do, and I'm sure you will too. Sharing space with your neighbors and living alongside different species can take some getting used to, if you're not accustomed to it. But you'll get settled soon, so try not to worry so much. Well, that's reassuring to hear. This is all new to me. It's not the biggest station. Functionally, it's like living in a small town. There's the good and the bad that comes with that. For example, once news got out that the Milky Way diner wasn't actually closing down and Casey's family member was coming from Helios to take over, let's just say you've been the talk of town. Small town gossip is a thing even at the gateway to the Theta Sector, huh? Right now, when work is slow, my fingers hurt. Oh, no, spear. Wait. No! God damn it. My tracking stopped. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Why did my tracking stop? We'll fix it. Pretty much, I'm sorry to say. Shiwu says that with a shrug of his massive shoulders. Those shoulders don't look super massive, but okay. On the bright side, you're the human that's bringing back the beloved station eatery. So, I'm sure you'll receive a warm welcome as a result. Kale mentioned that the design... Wow. Words are hard. Kale mentioned that the diner was really popular. Whoa. Hit by a sudden wave of vertigo, it's like the ground under my feet has given way. I feel my eyes roll the back of my head and I crumple. Is this like a gravity sickness? I'm fully expecting to hit the ground for the second time in less than an hour, but the impact doesn't come. That was close. Oh, I'm kind of sad there wasn't like looking up at him or something. I hear Shiru's voice closer and softer now than it was before. My eyes flutter open and I realize why I'm not currently concussed. He caught me. Shiru's face is only a handful of inches away from mine. Ooh. This close-up, I'm struck by how handsome he is. I'm gonna slowly reopen the Warudo app. His hair falls into his eyes and his thick brows are knitted with concern. A slight frown on his soft-looking lips. Jeez. Is this what like romance novels are like? I don't read romance novels. One of his hands supports the head, the other wrapped around the small of my back. He must have vaulted over the kiosk and caught me just before I hit the ground. Oh, honestly, 100%. I don't know if the developers are like watching or if they'll tune in, because I did tag them on the Twitter post saying that I was like doing this right now. Low-key, 100% should have an image of like just us looking up at him. Like I hope so. Once again, I'm gonna shill this. I'm gonna shill out the Clumsy Cat studio. They are currently kickstarting to fully fund this game. This is only the demo, so I imagine like they will probably have images like that. I have pinned the comment that has the link to the Kickstarter. Please check them out. You should also make this a YouTube VOD. Ooh, look at Lynette with her thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna think it. But yeah, I'm gonna show them out. They have 15 days left of their Kickstarter. Support the game. Ooh, I'm gonna stay put for a second. My head is spinning, my eyes going in and out of focus. I don't dare to try to stand on my own. Oh, easy there. Looks like there's still some sedatives in your system from the stasis pods. Shiwu says gently. We look at each other's eyes for a few moments. I find myself increasingly aware of the feeling of his hand under my back and my head supporting my weight with ease. Is it just me, or do the dark circles under his eyes somehow make him even more handsome? I think to myself, he does look tired, dude. Same. I notice a dusting of pink start to cover his cheeks as he averts his eyes from mine. Oko, do you think you can stand? I come back to reality, suddenly finding myself feeling a bit self-conscious. Yeah. I think so. Thanks for catching me. All part of the job. Dude, all part of the job, he says. Shiwu helps me stand, supporting me as I try putting weight on my wobbly legs. Thankfully, I feel the vertigo waning. Ugh, I feel awful, I say as he lets me stand on my own once again. I get my bearings and he walks back to his post behind the security kiosk. If it's any consolation, you're not the first person to faint from cheap stasis sedatives. Still, you should head straight to the med bay once you've been scanned and cleared. Dr. Saria will look out for you. Is it Saria or Sarah? I think it's Saria. And she can give you something to help you as the drugs leave your system. That sounds like a good idea. I'll do that. Alright, arms out. This tea is so hot. I want warm bevy for my throat. It is so hot. Shiwu says as the float droids deploy. I comply and they take a couple of moments to complete their scan. Alright, I am free to proceed into the station. Please enjoy your stay. I start to pick up my heavy bags. You can just leave those there. I'll get a delivery bot to take your bags to your room. Just focus on getting to the med bay. It's on level 5. I hope they don't expect me to remember where my room is, because I forgot already. He types a series of commands into his screen as the rectangular bot comes speeding around the corner and skids to a stop in front of me. With a series of cheerful sounding beeps, it spits from its vertical seam, or it splits from the vertical seam down its middle, a compartment filling the gap between its two halves. As I place my bags into the compartment, I notice a small velvet cylinder perched on the top of the front half of the bot. Is it wearing a bellhop hat? Chirps the bot. I know better than to anthropomorphize simple AI like this, but I can't help but to think it sounds happy. That's certainly not regulation. I'll have to talk to Roswell about this. Shiwu mutters under his breath. Now loaded with cargo, the delivery bot closes the compartment and speeds away as fast as it came. Thanks, Shiwu. I guess I'll see you around then. Shiwu gives me a full, bright smile. See you around, Oko. Enjoy the rest of your Enjoy the rest of your day. You as well. I say, returning his smile and waving over my shoulder as I head into the station proper. From behind me, I can hear Shiwu call up the next person in line and start his spiel over once more. Oh, that's right. I was holding up the line. So I have seen the art for some of these characters, and it's like interesting trying to predict which character is going to be where. I think this is going to be, there's a pink alien character who has like, it looks like almost like tentacles for hair that sort of cascade over her shoulders. I'm wondering if it's this one here. A light chime goes off as I enter the med bay. I'll be with you in just a moment, calls out a feminine voice. Just take a seat in the waiting area. Yes, I was right. The office is small, with a dividing wall separating the treatment and waiting areas. As I take a seat, I sneak a peek into the treatment area. There's an examination table as well as an open med pod where a short Arunian woman sits in a hospital gown. A Naru and a doctor. Okay, so you're the Naru. Interesting. A Naru in a doctor's coat faces her, looking at the notes of her holopad. Same voice from before. The one belonging to the doctor continues. As I was saying, thankfully your time in the med pod has healed up your skin from the burns you suffered, and all the damage to your eye was thankfully reversed. Oh, she's got some discoloration here. I'm wondering if that's the burn. If you guys can see where I'm pointing with my cursor. I'd still advise limiting exposure to unnecessary visual strain for the next few days. Limit screen time and get lots of rest. Bye, Mocknix! Have a wonderful day celebrating the anniversary of your first escape from the first escape room / womb victory. Hot drinks for everybody! Thank you, Mocknix! Have a good one. I'm surprised. It's like getting on dinner time and I don't have to have pineapple pizza tonight. Ay. I probably should start thinking about what I'm going to do for supper, though. However, Viga, I'm afraid you'll have some permanent discoloration on your skin. I doubt this is what you wanted to hear. Sadly, Arulian skin is particularly prone to scarring, especially after trauma like the one you faced. There is a course of possibility that it will continue to fade as time goes on, and if you like, I could put you into contact with a cosmetic dermatology specialist in Sios. He's an old colleague of mine and very skilled with reconstructive procedures on Aurelian skin. The patient sitting on the med pod, Vega. Ah, why am I being banged? Hello? Oh, hi, Leggy. Speaks up. Her voice is sweet and carries an almost melodic sounding Aurelian accent. Thank you very much for your treatment, Dr. Saria. That's okay. Really, I don't mind the scarring too much. I'm just happy I'm safe. You really are, I hate reading out loud. Okay. You are incredibly fortunate that Officer Shiwu was able to get to you when he did. From what he told me, that rusty old ship you flew in on was a death trap. Oh my god, did her ship blow up? You're lucky. Only the tertiary fuel line burst. If it had been the secondary, or stairs forbid, the primary, or stars forbid, the primary, there may not have been anything left of you to put in the med pod. Now, here are your clothes. You can go ahead and get changed in the washroom over there. I'm going to take a look at my next patient. She hops off the med pod and walks over to the bathroom, closing the door behind her. All right, you can come on in and take a seat at the examination table here. I followed the doctor's instructions, walking over to the exam table and taking a seat. Hello, I'm Dr. Saria. How can I help you today? I'm Oko. I just got off a long-haul ship. I've been out of stasis for about 2 hours, and I've been feeling kind of off. A bit sore and dizzy. I have a headache, and I fainted earlier. I see. That's not good at all. Saria says, typing notes in her holopad. And how long did you spend in stasis? Did you fly in on personal or mass transit craft? Mass transit, one of the Argo Space Line ships. Saria winces and her tongue clicks in disapproval. That makes sense. The brand of sedatives for stasis the Argo ship fleet uses are outlawed in Naru space for this reason. Ew, that's not good. I'm sorry you're feeling unwell as a result. She gives me a sympathetic look and types a few final notes into her holopad before placing it on the table next to her. Lie back on the examination table. I'm going to do a quick scan and check out your vitals. I do as Saria instructs and lie down. She grabs the scanner and leans over me, and as she does, one of the tentacles on her head falls in front of her face. She gently pushes it behind her pointed ear. I can see the chromatophores? Her gloves are too short. It's fine. It's okay. We're in space, okay? In her skin, at the tips of her tentacles shifting, different shades of mostly coral pink. But looking closer, I can see the undertones of blue and green. I know that Naru have, God damn it, that word. Chromatophores. That sounds wrong. What does it mean? Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Okay, it's a genuine word. Our cells that produce color. Oh, okay, so yeah, it's literally like to help, It's the thing that like fucking helps animals and whatnot blend into their environments. Pardon me. So it's chromatophores. Chromatophores. Okay, I can do chromatophores. Chromatophores. Okay, I know that Naru have chromatophores change colors with their emotions, but I haven't learned what each color means. Saria hovers the scanner over me, and I do my best to stay still. After a few moments, it's over. All right, Oko, you can sit back up. It seems that your body is still attempting to break down and process the last of the sedatives in your system. That's why you're feeling the lingering effects, and we call it pod sickness. Saria explains as I return to my sitting position. I can give you an injection that will speed up the process significantly. Since it will be going into your bloodstream directly, you'll feel better much quicker. Are you okay with needles? No. It kind of freaked me out. I say, a bit embarrassed to admit that even as an adult, I still have a childlike fear. Hey! You're calling me out! I totally understand. Would you prefer a pill? It will still help, but not as quickly. You'll probably need to lie down for an hour or two as the drug, for the drug to help flush your body of the remaining sedatives. Rude! No, that's okay. I want to go to the diner and maybe do some cooking after this. It's probably better if I go the more efficient route. I'll just have to tough it out. I'll do my best to make the process as comfortable as I can for you, okay? Thanks, doctor. Saria goes to the cabinet near the treatment areas and scans her wrist chip. I watch as she preps the needle, filling it with the medicine from a vial. She places it on the tray next to some gauze and some sanitizing fluid. She brings the tray back over and places it in the little rolling table by the examination, or whatever. we got there in the end. Alright, Oko, I'm just going to do a quick swab here to sanitize. And Saria stops as she places her hand over mine. And in that moment, I realize I'm so tense that I'm shaking. It's okay, Oko. You can relax. It'll be hard for me to find the vein if you're shaking like that. I nod, looking into Dr. Saria's strange alien eyes. I feel the touch of her cool skin from the part of her hand that isn't covered by her glove. Her touch is cool and incredibly smooth. Let's do a little breathing exercise together. First, breathe in and count to 4 slowly. I didn't know this was survival horror. She's being so incredibly sweet, though, for somebody who has somebody who has a needle phobia. This is so nice. I've had doctors straight up call me a baby. I'm just saying. I followed Dr. Saria's instructions, closing my eyes and listening to the sound of her calm and gentle voice. Now hold your breath for 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. It is an interesting game. Kate, go get the free demo on Steam. Go get the free demo. Her hand squeezes mine gently. And finally, we're going to exhale slowly till the count of 4. 2, 3, 4. And again, breathe in. We sit together and do a cycle of breathing in and out together a few more times, and as we do, I feel my body relax and my heart rate slows down. I feel much more calm now. Thank you, doctor. It's no trouble at all. Do you think we're ready now? Yeah, I think so. Good. Here, you can hold on to this if you'd like. She hands me a soft, jelly-filled stress ball, and I give it a few experimental squeezes. Yeah, this is good. Saria smiles and sanitizes the spot on my lower arm once again. I look to the ceiling so I don't have to look at the needle go in. All right, Oko. Can you breathe in for me, please? And out. As I exhale, Saria swiftly administers that shot and then covers the small puncture with a little medi patch shaped like a little yellow star. Oh my god. There you go. All done. You can lie back down for a moment while the medicine does its work. I'm going to clean this up. I lie back down on the table as Saria sets about putting her supplies away. So you're Cassie's relative that's taking over the Milky Way diner? Yeah, Officer Shiwu mentioned a few people on the station have been waiting for me to get here. We have. Welcome to... Oh, I already forget how to pronounce that. Hesperides, I think it is. How are you feeling now? Would you like to stand up? I get off the examination table. The difference is startling. My headache and dizziness are gone. I feel much better now, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. Are you going to be heading to the diner now? Yeah, I'm starving. Officer Shiwu said he was going to ask someone from the agricultural deck to come by with some produce. There we go. Yeah, Lynette got it. He's parodies. Hesperides. Oh, I debated for a solid second there as to whether or not I should do a D's nuts joke. I better head over there if I want to meet them. Sounds like a great plan. Maybe you can come by the diner sometime. I think I'll be open in a couple of days. Oh, I was using the wrong tone. I was planning on it. It'll be nice not to have to cook for every meal again. Oh, look at her. She's so cute. As I get myself ready to leave, Vega comes out of the bathroom. All right, I'm off. Thanks again so much for everything, Dr. Saria. It was my pleasure, Vega. Please feel free to come back if you need anything else. Oh, it was a small burp. Itty bitty burp. Baby burp, even. If you have the time Wait, if you have the time before you head to your room, would you consider stopping by the tech office? Our station's lead technical mechanic, Roswell, has been looking at your ship. They'll want to talk to you or when you get the chance. Maybe you can walk Oko there. Oko here to the promenade. You'll need to pass through it to reach to the tech office. And it will be good for you to get the lay of the land, or so to speak. Saria turns to meet my eyes. Would that be okay with you, Oko? I think it would be good if you stuck together. Less likely for one of you to get lost. Yeah, sure. I don't mind. Fantastic. You both remember what I said? Try not to push yourselves way too much. And please come back next time you need any medical assistance. You've got it, Dr. Saria. Thank you again for your help. I walk over to Vaga, and she gives me a polite bow and greeting. I return the gesture. Hi, I'm Vaga. She says, raising her hand in a small wave. I'm Oko. Let's head out. I turn and nod my head to Saria as we leave the med bay. Goodbye, Dr. Saria. Saria smiles and waves us waves us goodbye. So, how are you holding up? Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but from what I heard, it sounded like you had a rough couple of days. Yeah, my starship had a malfunction when exiting the stable wormhole. Unstable tertiary fuel line. I thought I could handle it on my own, so I tried to fix it myself, but... She gestures to the discolored side of her face. I might have overestimated my abilities. Thankfully, I was able to get a distress call out before something really bad happened. That must have been terrifying. Oh, it was. I really thought this was going to be it for me. Thankfully, Officer Shiwu and the rest of the rescue team were able to get to me super fast. I'm holding it pretty well, all things considered, just a bit stiff. I'm glad to be up and walking. I know the feeling. I just got out of a 2-week stasis early this morning. It feels like a good stretch on my legs. Is everyone nice in space? I mean, I got fucking creamed by some, like, no character art bastard earlier. I don't know. Like, only the people with character art I think are nice. I heard those long-haul stasis pods are super awful. Is that why you were in the med bay? Pod sickness? Yeah, they really were. I feel much better now, though. I fainted earlier. Thankfully, Shiwa was there to catch me, I think to myself. As we walk through the hallways, I notice Vega staring intently at me. Is there something on my face? I ask, and we stop for a moment. Oh, no. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare and make you uncomfy. Just, I've never met a human in person before. Well, technically I met Officer Shiwu, but that was brief, and I was a bit busy trying not to, like, you know, die. Well, you're the first Aurelian I've ever met, so I guess we're even. This is my first time out of my home system. Oh, my stars, me too! She says enthusiastically. I've met Naru and Skedians, and I've even met Careti before. Sorry, guys. It takes me a second trying to figure out how to say some of these words. But never a human. That's not at all surprising, I think to myself. Travel visas to the Aurelian home system are notoriously hard to get a hold of, especially for humans. Oh, I wonder why it's hard for humans specifically. Vega leans closer, staring intently at me with her shining red eyes. Up close like this, I notice a slight shimmer to her green skin, almost like she's wearing a light dusting of body glitter. Aurelians as a species looked like mythical creatures to us humans, like fae or elves of old Earth legends come to life. Their entire race was stupidly stunning, beautiful, stupidly stunning. Okay, it is stupidly. Was stupidly stunning, stunningly beautiful by almost all human measures of conventional attractiveness. So, what's your first impression of seeing one of us in person? I ask, trying to mask my self-consciousness of being looked at so intensely. Your ears are kind of funny. They're round. Thanks. Do you want to touch him? Ooh. Which option do we go with? Do we go with, like, indulging her curiosity, or do we start asking her about her, like, skin glitter? Good. I wouldn't want unrealistic expectations. Touch? Should we go with touch?
Do you want to touch him?
Do you want to touch my ears? Vega's eyes brighten. Can I really? I nod and lean towards her, and Vega lets out a little squeal of excitement. Gently, she runs the tip of her small green index finger along the outer helix of my ear. Does it tickle? Aurelian ears are really sensitive. Vega asks, a slight teal blush dusting her soft cheeks. Maybe just a little, but I'm okay. I pull away, standing back up straight. Vega continues to examine my face. Some Aurelians say humans are pretty ugly, but I don't agree with that at all. She muses matter-of-factly. I raise my eyebrow at her comment. I'm glad you don't agree, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a little insulting. And even a bit speciesist. It's one thing for species to have different beauty standards, but to just say it like that. Well, what do humans say about us? How to answer that question? It's a weird quirk of evolution that Aurelians and humans happen to look a lot alike, but the histories of our civilizations could not be any more different. The Aurelians were the first GA civilization to harness nuclear fusion as an energy source. Incredibly technologically advanced and ridiculously wealthy. Technologically advanced and ridiculously wealthy thanks to the resource-rich home planet of Aurelia Prime and 4 habitable moons. Humans, on the other hand, are best known for being the one and only species in the Galactic Assembly to somehow manage to fuck their home world till it was no longer habitable through their own greed and stupidity. Topical! Sure, we managed to survive the collapse of our home planet and expand throughout our own solar system with the comparatively rudimentary technology we had developed. But we probably could never have dreamed of achieving interstellar travel on our own. It's doubtful the GA would have even reached out and made first contact with the primitive, resource-poor residents of the Helios system. The Helios system had their hand not been forced. It was an open secret that the Aurelians tended to look down on our species more than any other. And the general human consensus? Aurelians are a bunch of beautiful, rich snobs, blessed with ridiculously good looks and more resources than they know what to do with. I'm gonna go with the first one. So the first one is basically the first thing that our character thought of with Aurelians, is that they were etherically beautiful. So I'm gonna go with the first one. That your species is very beautiful. And a bit full of themselves, I think to myself, and I don't say out loud. Be nice. I am being nice! I'm flirting with everybody. See who jumps me first. Thank you, she says, flipping her hair over her shoulder and flashing me a dazzlingly bright smile before continuing to walk. Oh yeah, I think. Definitely full of yourselves. Jesus Christ. So, you were saying, so you were heading, so where were you heading before your ship broke down? I wanted to get as far away from the Aurelian system as possible, so I figured the Theta sector was a good bet. That makes sense. The Aurelian moons are all the way on the other side of the galaxy. Even with the help of stable wormholes, it would have taken 3 or maybe 4 weeks to get here. You're not a criminal or something, are you? On the run from the law, headed to the fringe colony to lie down low and plot your next big heist? No, nothing like that. I just felt so trapped back home, I guess you could say. Is she a princess? I'm getting princess vibes. I needed some space. Was that supposed to be a pun? You didn't like it? I thought it was one out of this world. Oh my god, Spear. Spear. Spear, is this just you? Sorry guys, give me a second. I'm gonna adjust my chat box. My hat's so big. My hat's so big, it covers most of the chat box. I liked her until now! Well, you're looking at the new owner and chef of the Milky Way Diner. I say with a proud smile. Oh wow, you're a chef? Do you serve human food? I've always wondered what you guys eat. She's the energy for Vega is the same energy that I normally give for Lily in D&D, and like I can vibe with it. I can vibe with it. I need to be a little higher pitch for it to be Lily, but like switching back and forth so harshly from like my normal talking pitch to like that, it's a little tough. I plan on it, but I'd also like to learn some recipes from other cultures. You should come by if you're still in the station when I open up in the next couple of days. Yes, please! I can't wait! By now, we've reached the promenade, and I could see the outside of the Milky Way Diner. It was a shop front like any other on the promenade, but there was a window on the side of the diner's name painted onto it with a bluish-green letters, which made it unmistakable. Now you know my suffering. What do you mean now I know your suffering? Fucking Parfait and Deloria when playing it in BC. Genuinely, if I had planned ahead a little bit, I probably would have gotten some friends to voice the characters for me. That probably would have been better. Speaking of the diner, this is me. Do you think you'll be able to make it to the tech office on your own from here? Yeah, I think I'll manage. Thanks for walking with me, Okomie. Do you think I could maybe get your contact info on my palm pad? Then a bit more shyly she adds, just so you can let me know when you open your diner. I promise not to bug you. Sure. She hands me her palm pad and I type in my name and contact info and then add first human friend. She takes her palm pad and beams as she looks at the contact profile. You're my friend now? Oh my god, she's crying. She asks, hugging her palm pad to her chest. Yeah, I think so. Is that weird to say? Vega shakes her head, and I wonder if I imagined the tears I saw welling up in her eyes. Not at all. I'll send you a message. Make sure you log me as your first Aurelian friend, too. She turns away from me and begins to walk off. Bye, Oko! See you soon! Vega shoots me one last smile, and with that, she very nearly jogs away from me. And with that, she very nearly jogs away from me and around the corner towards... That sentence doesn't make sense to me. Is it just me? I streamed some visual novels to a friend. Those two yap so much. One has a soft, frail, high-pitched voice, and the other has a deep... Oh, no! God, that would be a lot. I scan my wrist chip at the door and the diner unlocks. Oh. Yeah. I agree. There's a slight chime as I open the door. The diner is small and cozy with a couple of booths and some countertop seating. The kitchen is open and there's a door leading to the walk-in office in the back. I walk behind the counter and explore the kitchen. Pots, pans, knives, cutting boards, all clean and in their place. A few non-perishable ingredients are still on the shelves, but it seems like the walk-in was cleaned out. Sanitation probably did that, so nothing would go bad. I run my hands across the well-used countertop and let my mind wander. The sound of the door chime jolts me back to reality, and I turn around to see an Aurelian man in a orange suit standing in the doorway. He carries a large crate under his muscular arm. Oh, he's cute. Is he himbo? Is he the himbo? Excuse me, are you Oko? Officer Shiwu asked me to bring some fresh produce from the ag deck. I assume that's the shorthand for the agricultural deck. His voice is surprising. Oh, quiet. Okay. His voice is surprisingly quiet. I very nearly struggled to hear him from across the diner. I probably couldn't catch what he said if we had any background noise. Yeah, that's me. Come on in. He gives a slight bow towards me as he walks in. You can go ahead and put the crate on the counter here. Thanks for bringing the groceries. What's your name? It's Ed here. I'm a farmer from the agricultural deck. I'm giving him a southern draw. I'm doing it. He says, placing the crate onto the counter. He removes a small potted plant. With heart-shaped leaves from the crate. I also brought you an Avarian mint plant. I thought maybe you might like it. Look at his arms, right? They said Officer Shiwu earlier had like broad shoulders. Nah. Although realistically, I would say make him a little more Dorito. Makes his shoulders a little bigger. Little bigger. I like himbos. I want him to be a little wider. Little bit. He extends the pot towards me, and our fingers brush slightly as I take it from him. I take hold of one of the slightly fuzzy leaves and pluck it from the plant. Nice to meet you, Ador. And thank you. This is edible, right? Ador nods, and I place the leaf on my tongue. It tastes green and slightly cooling. Wow. This guy or the cop? Yes. This guy, I think he needs to be more himbo-shaped. He needs thicker. The cop, however, or the security officer, I'd say give him slightly larger shoulders, but still make him smaller than this guy. That's nice. Thanks again. This is so kind of you. Oh, it's no trouble at all. I place the plant on the shelf by my cooking station, then lean over the counter and get a little closer at the contents of the crate. Oh. I look into the crate and realize with embarrassment that I don't recognize a single bit of produce. I shouldn't be surprised. This is a multi-species station, home to only a handful of humans. I didn't realize himbo was a shape. Oh, it's a shape. It's a shape, all right. Kronk. That's the himbo shape. You need big, preferably a little bit of dad bod, a little bit of a gut, full of heart, and just dumb of ass. That's the himbo. That is the himbo archetype. Of course, the ag deck would be more focused on growing crops catering to the myriad of other species that call the Hesperides home. I spot a tomato hidden amongst the unfamiliar fruits and veggies. I at least know what I can do with one of these things. Is something wrong? Ador asks, worried, eyes moving from the crate to me and then back to the crate. Nope, nothing's wrong. It's just that I don't really know what any of these are except for the tomatoes. Well, I know these. I've never left my home system, and we don't really grow many crops from other planets in Helios. Oh, that makes sense. I'm sorry, I should have brought things you'd be familiar with. He avoids my eyes. The poor guy looks terribly embarrassed. Don't be! You didn't do anything wrong! Everything looks really interesting. I'll just have to learn to cook with what I can get from the station sooner or later. Ador's expression brightens, meeting my eyes once again. If you'd like, maybe we can do a little taste test? You could sample the produce I brought, and I could tell you a little bit about each one. Fuck yeah! Yeah, I want that! I had a nice talk with Margaret and Vosk. Oh? What's up? I'd like that. Should I get a cutting board? No need for you to get anything dirty. I'm sure this will be fine. Ador pulls out a small pocket knife from one of his overalls pockets. We sit across from each other at the counter and start to go through the box of fruits and vegetables. His voice is still quiet, but his tone is more confident. Which one do I want to try first? Ooh, okay, hold up. Okay. Which one do I want to try first? I kind of like this one here. I point to the prettiest fruit of the bunch, and it looks like a blue bubble, blue bubble with a pink center. Oh, okay, yeah, I can see it. It's purplish, but yeah. What's this one called? This is a sea berry from Nauru. We actually grow these underwater in our saltwater glow shrimp tanks. Hey Kiwi, you got any milk? I do not! I have none! What is this game? This is Love at the Milky Way Diner, and I'm playing the demo. It is a queer-created dating sim game. It is super cute, super adorable, and it currently has a Kickstarter going to fund the full game. 15 days left of the Kickstarter, and the game's about halfway funded. I have been seeing this all over my TikTok. It looks stinking cute. I am enjoying it so much so far, and you can play the demo for free on Steam. No, it's not an H game. However, anytime I use a flirting option, I immediately get very close to the fucking bachelors and bachelorettes and just get the whole romance novel dialogue of just like, I feel his hand on the small of my back and tingles and blah blah blah, and you know, things like that. Yeah, no, unfortunately my milk went off, and I'm very sad about it. I'm very sad about it because I was gonna do the slow cooker mac and cheese. I'd ask Vosk to maybe like hit the grocery store on the way home, but like Vosk and I are also going out tomorrow too, so I'll just pick up milk tomorrow. So it is horny game. No, it's not a horny game. Delilah. The plants and the shrimp provide each other with nutrients that keep each other healthy. It's a fascinating symbiosis. Hey Spear, every game is a horny game, depending on how you play it. I mean, fair. Go on, try that one. Just take a little off the top part before you do. Or just take off the top part before you do. I turn the small crystal-like fruit over in my hand. The outer membrane shines with a bubble-like rainbow iridescence. It's almost too pretty to eat. Almost. I take the top part off as Ador instructed and pop the sea berry into my mouth. The moment my teeth break the outer membrane, I'm met with a gush of salty, slightly sweet water, followed by the sweet tropical and slightly floral taste of the inner fruit. It's so unique. All right, what do we try next? This one kind of looks like a daikon radish. Am I just the character? I mean, I'd fuck all of them. Same. I say handing Adar the big white root vegetable. Whoa, how to make a salty fruit? Well, they were saying that one there was grown in saltwater tanks with glow shrimp. So that might be why it's got a little bit of a salty. So the way that fruit was constructed, there was like a solid in the center and like a loose membrane on the outside with like some liquid in between the membrane and the solid. So I'm assuming the liquid was the salt water, and then the fruit on the inside was what had like the floral fruity taste. That's a snow root. They grow in meltwater ponds on Ronin near hot springs, but we just grow them in a special hydroponic tower here. Adar slices into the snow root with his if this is a radish, like, it's gonna be spicy. I'm surprised to see that there are lace-like holes. Oh, maybe it's like a lotus root, actually. They're not spicy. They're more, lotus is more, like, starchy. It's a bit of a starchy with a nice snap to it. So let's see. Is it gonna be like radish, or is it gonna be like lotus? It's crunchy and starchy like a potato. Haha. But there's also a slight zesty... Oh, it's both! Interesting. Would you say that tomatoes are a salty fruit? God damn it, D. Tomatoes, in my experience, tend to be actually sweet. It's what you like cook with them that makes them salty. It's nice. I like the crunch. Ador nods in agreement. There's lots you can do with them. Cook them, bake them, mash them, and eat them raw. They're incredibly filling as well. Alright, let's get these berries. What about this one? I lift up the purple and yellow vine bearing bright purple fruits. Keshri berries from Ronin, the ultimate superfood. There is an incredibly important food source for the Kateri. Sorry guys, burps. And they're also an incredible crop to grow on Agdex. On top of being full of antioxidants, they are the best source of vitamin D you can get. That's nice to have when you're nowhere near the sun. I say, pulling the berries off its vine and popping them into my mouth. Once I bite the firm skin of the fruit, I'm left with a soft, chewy texture. There is an initial tartness that disappears quickly and is followed by a very deep berry sweetness, like a combination of a blackberry and a purple grape. Interesting. Okay, so this one here I'm low-key hoping is like a cactus fruit. This one here I'm hoping is melon-like. And I don't know about this one. It looks kind of like an eldritch apple. We'll see. Let's do this one. I point to the pink reddish pear-shaped fruit with a crown of spikes on its larger end. This is a ruby fruit from Skidrow, he explains, picking the fruit up and slicing into it. These used to be near impossible to grow on ships. What did I fucking say? They're a cactus fruit with very specific requirements. I'm actually low-key, I'm really happy that I'm able to sort of like guess what the fruits are based on their visuals. That's, as a food nerd, I love it. I love it. But about 5 standard rotations ago, the Skitarians came up with a gene-modded version that can be farmed on a standard grow tower with some minor adjustments. Ooh, higher yielding too. Ador cuts himself off as remembering something. Sorry, I hope I'm not boring you too much. We love a plant himbo! The peel is edible, but it's not very tasty. Here, he hands me a peeled slice. The fruit is juicy, slightly crunchy, and full of seeds. It's very sweet, and something about the flavor reminds me of bubblegum. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, let's go with this melon. Flower ball. Atlas beans. They're a staple in the Aurelian system. We have these in some form or another a couple times a day. You can make a sweet or savory dish with them, and they're a great protein source. So it's beans? It's a pod. He picks up the sphere and shakes it next to my head. There's the slightest rattle coming from the inside. Here, let me show you. He peels back part of the membrane and shakes 5 large indigo beans out of the pod and into his palm, which he extends towards me. You can try them raw and fresh from the pod like this, but it's more traditional to cook them. We like protein sources around here. Yeah, we do. This flower here is edible too, though it's more used as a garnish to make a dish pretty than as something you'd actually want to eat. I decide to pass on the flower, but I go ahead and try one of the beans. It tastes pretty much how I expected. I imagine it's probably like a kidney bean or something. Like any other raw bean I've had before. It's a bit starchy. Yeah, I think I can see why. I bet if I cooked them, they'd taste much better. Alright, time for the eldritch apple. This one kind of looks like a hand with too many fingers. I say, pointing to the red-orange fruit. Yeah, Skitter. Oh, it's a chili! Last one, low-key, looks like a rose apple to me. But apparently it's a chili. But they're delicious. How are you with spice? I'm okay with it. But exactly how spicy are these? I'm not going to destroy my taste buds, am I? They're not that spicy. You should be fine. The peppers from your home system have a chemical called capsaicin. Too many C's in a row. The peppers from your home system have a chemical called capsaicin that makes them spicy. This one has a bit of that too. But they also contain hydroxy-alpha sanshool, which has a bit more of a tingly effect. Oh, kind of like Szechuan peppers. That sounds cool. Let's give it a try. We off? Oh, no. Oh, wait, what do you mean we off? You mean, wait, are you going to go pick up the coffee table too, Lynette? Ida breaks off a finger from the chili and hands it to me. I go for it, taking a big bite. First mistake. It's crunchy and very similar to the peppers I've had before. The heat is subtle, creeping up before the tingling hits, numbing my tongue slightly. It's tasty, and the numbing spice is kind of addictive. How is it? Not too spicy? I shake my head. No, not too spicy at all. It's pretty tasty, actually. Ah, good. So which one did you like the best? I kind of like the sea berry, honestly. The sea berry seemed the most alien. And I like fruity things as well, so I'm gonna go with the sea berry. It's so unique, and I love the mix of sweet and salty. They're so fun to eat, and I would eat a whole crate of them. I'm glad you're able to find something that you liked. Adar says with a smile. I think I want to try cooking something. It's about lunchtime. Have you eaten yet, Adar? No, but I'm fine. You don't need to worry about me. I'm not really hungry right now. Adar quickly rises from his seat at the counter. He turns to start to leave, but as if betraying him, Adar's stomach growls loudly. His face darkens in embarrassment. Well, that settles it. I'm making us lunch. It's the least I can do after you brought me all this stuff. Come on, sit back down and relax. I tell him, and he sheepishly returns to his spot and sits down. Thank you, Oko. Sorry for the trouble. Of course! It's no trouble at all. Let's see, lunch. What to make? I think soup sounds nice and easy. How about... Well, I'm not going to know much about the Aurelians, because that's already been figured out in lore. I would obviously know something from my home, and I wonder if he's had any human food like Vega hasn't yet. Or everyone loves the Milky Way Diner. I could try a Milky Way Diner specialty. We're gonna go with that one. I want to try to make something that's on the diner's original menu. I know this place was a big part of people's lives. I want to learn to cook the dishes that people love. You wouldn't happen to know how I could make something like that. Well, I think that's very thoughtful of you, Oko. There was one soup she used to have on the menu. I really loved it. It had tomatoes, Skid Row chili, snow root, atlas beans, and salt. Oh wow, that is a list. Okay, tomato, chili, root, beans, and salt. Sounds delicious. I can't promise it'll be as good as my aunt's, but I'll do my best. Oh, cooking mini game! Let's see if these. I'm already starting to forget the ingredients. Tomato, chili, beans, root, salt. Okay. Once you've selected your cooking method, you can select 2 or more produce and or pantry ingredients. Okay. So I'm going to boil tomato, chili, root, beans, salt. Cook. Aunt Cassie's soup. Serve. Imagine if the demo cuts off at the mini game. I wouldn't be surprised, TBH, but I imagine they're probably going to get you to a point where you've at least met all of the crewmates, and I believe there's 2 I haven't met yet. I think there's 2 I haven't met yet, based on the promotional art I saw. All the while I've been cooking, Adar has been watching me, one elbow propped up on the counter and the other supporting his head. Of course, every time I look over at him, he made a point to look literally anywhere else. He's so cute! I love himbos! I can't deny that I find him cute, soft-spoken, and easily flustered as he is. There's a part of me that wants to see him get flustered again. Here, try some and tell me if it's any good. I dip the spoon into the pot and reach across the counter, rising the spoon up to Adar's mouth. Adar's eyes widen in surprise. His cheeks flush a deep teal. Oko, he stammers out, obviously flustered. Come on, give it a try. I need you to tell me if I've added too much salt. Adar closes his eyes and takes a taste off the offered spoon. So, what do you think? It's Perfect. So delicious. Yay. I'll remember the ingredients right. You can't do this to him. Yes, I can. I love, like, the flustered, like, easily flustered character archetype, TBH. Like, it's so cute. It just makes me want to play with them. Good. I'm glad. I turn around, discarding the spoon into the sink. I grab 2 green bowls and ladle the soup into them until they were both full. There is a cat hair in my mouth. Nom, nom, nom. I place 1 bowl in front of Adar on the counter. Then I take my bowl, deciding to eat on the cook side, standing and facing him. All right, Aunt Cassie's soup. I tried my best to get as close to the ways you described it as possible. It's a bit different from the way your aunt used to make it. Different bad or different good? Different good. Sorry, I probably should have worded that better. The spirit of the dish is still there, but there are little differences. The way you cut the snow root... What? That's another typo. It's okay. Amount of Skid Row chili, the order you added the ingredients, all these little things, change it and make it your own. And that's a good thing. So not better, not worse. Just my version? Exactly. And your version of Cassie's soup is delicious. At least that's what I think. The Milky Way diner is your place now, so don't feel pressure to do things exactly as your aunt did. There's such a warm and genuine expression on his face. I think I'll keep the soup on the menu. I want to keep her recipes alive. I think she would appreciate that. Adar says with a slightly sad smile. He returns to his soup. Oh, buddy. This is seriously delicious. Have you always been a chef? I've never worked professionally, if that's what you're asking. But I've always liked cooking. It always made me happy to see my family and friends enjoy the meals I made for them. Ah, fuck, that's just me, low-key. I love cooking for other people. Like, now that Jer is... Oh, you're gonna go to bed? Okay, bye. But I want to meet our other friends. I mean, the demo is free on Steam. I'm just saying. But yeah, with Jer, like, currently out of town for a work trip right now, like, I've got nobody to cook for. Like, Vosk, I cook for Vosk, like, once a week as we watch shows. But I can't do that today. So normally we watch shows and whatnot on Mondays, but I'm doing the 12-hour stream today. But... because I'm here for myself, like I'm just cooking for myself. I don't want to cook. It's kind of sad. Oh my goodness. And I see you enjoying this meal now. I feel like I made the right choice coming here. 4 more inches of stitching on the side, then the whole other side to stitch. Oh, Spear, I got so excited for you for a second. You know, your aunt told me once that she saw it was an honor to get to cook for other people. And that made her glad to know that no matter how bad of a day someone was having, once they came into the Milky Way diner, they'd at least have a full bed. They'd at least leave with a full belly and a better mood. Well, you see, I fully expected people to have me eat pineapple pizza today, and it is 6 p.m. my time, and I have not been dared to do pineapple pizza, so I might have to order a regular ass pizza for myself, and I'm low-key shocked. I don't know if I want to order a pizza. I mean, I've got chicken thighs that should be used, so maybe I can pop those in the oven or something. We'll see. Oh, I've already read that. I feel a similar way about the work I do on the ag deck. I notice you get pretty passionate when you talk about plants and stuff. Well, I've always loved growing things, and it's kind of like that happiness you said when you get from seeing people enjoy their food. You cook for them. Makes me happy knowing that the plants I take care of will go on to feed the community.
He's such a plant himbo.
You have returned, Futica? There's so much warmth in his coral eyes, and I can tell Ader means every single word. You're a really kind person, Ader. And so are you, Oko. He says with a soft, kind smile. Together we finish our food, chatting a little here and there, but mostly just enjoying the meal and each other's company. That was delicious. Thank you so much for lunch, Oko. Here, let me help you with the dishes. Oh, Andy, help us with the dishes? Oh my gods. He grabs his bowl and gets up from his seat, and Ader extends his hand towards my empty bowl, but I slide it out of his reach. He gives me a puzzled look. You're very welcome, but do you normally ask to help with the dishes when you eat out? I asked jokingly. Ader lets out a little laugh of amusement. No, but I'm not exactly a paying customer right now, am I? So let me give you a hand. He reaches for the bowl again, and I let him take it. He walks behind the counter and heads to the sink. I made this meal, too, thank you. I know I can... Wait. But now, I can't help but feel like I owe you again. Ooh, maybe if I ask him if he wants dessert, I can unlock another menu item. I was summoned for roulettes a few moments ago, or should I say I was summoned earlier? Oh? Do you have room for dessert? I can quickly make something sweet. Don't worry about having to do more dishes. I'll put a load in the dishwasher before I lock up. I normally wouldn't say no, but you are sure you want to cook again? I also have to head back to the agricultural deck soon, so I don't think I'll have time to sit and eat dessert. What? I was actually thinking I'd like to make something to bring to my block for my new neighbors. Nothing breaks the ice like free food. So I'll make some for you as well, and you can take it to the ag deck with you and for an afternoon snack. That would be really nice. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. What's your favorite dessert? Don't you think you're indulging me a little too much? Maybe I like indulging you. Ager flushes at that. His reactions make him so fun to tease. If I had to pick, maybe summer cake. It's an Aurelian dessert, a simple sheet cake with sweet atlas bean paste sandwiched between two pieces. Okay. But if that's too much trouble, I won't mind. I'll take whatever I can. It's all right. I think I can make it. Okay, so he said... Fuck. Oh no! I'm left to my own devices. History. What did he say? Summer cake. It's an Aurelian dessert, a simple sheet cake with sweet atlas bean paste sandwiched between two pieces. You only tell me about the paste in the center? Oh god. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Maybe flour, milk, sweetener, atlas bean. Oh, wait. You said sheet cake, right? Oven. Yeah. Flour, sugar, milk, this. Okay, something's not quite right. Okay. I did it! Serve. After I finished cooking, I put the last of the dishes into the dishwasher and packed the desserts into reusable containers. I wipe down the counters quickly and I get ready to lock up. Thanks for helping me clean up Agar. Or Ader? I saw the agar paste and now that's the only thing in my head. And for bringing those ingredients too. Here's your snack. I hope you like it. Anytime, Oko, and thank you again for lunch. And this dessert. I should head back to the ag deck now. What are you going to do with the rest of your day? I think I'm going to head to my room now and take a rest, and maybe give these treats to my new neighbors if they're around. It's been a long day already, and the afternoon's barely started. Together we walk into the Milky Way. Is that supposed to be a capitalized I?
That's okay. It's an early access. It's demo.
Sounds like a good plan. You should take it easy. I'll see you soon. Here, let me give you my contact information. I used to drop off produce weekly for Cassie. I'll do the same for you. I can't guarantee I'll have the same stuff every week, though. Ooh, okay, that's gonna be interesting. I hand him... That's missing an N. I hand him my palm pad, and he swiftly enters his details. He then hands the device back to me. It sounds great. Thank you. I hope you have a good rest of your day, Aider. Yeah, we got his numbies. I'm getting everybody's numbies. We smile and wave at each other as we go our separate ways. As I draw closer to Block 3, I hear voices coming down the hall. Oh, okay, maybe there's 3 people I haven't met yet. No, dang it, not again. There's gotta be a way out of this. I told you, you've got to keep your eye on your opponent's rook. I round the bend and take in my surroundings. There's a large common area with a sunken conversation pit with 2 people, a human and a human with red hair, and a Skitarian, playing hollow chess. There's an opening in the right wall leading to a common kitchen and 3 doors which I presume lead to the residents' apartments. This human game is far too simple. And I believe with this move, the Skitarian moves the aforementioned rook to capture the human's king. I win, and your credits are mine. The red-haired human looks crushed. Come on! Come on, Sedith. Best 2 out of 3? That is not what we agreed upon. Besides, I've got work to... The Skitarian, Sedith... Whew. Sorry, so many words. So many new words. Looks up from the board, and his eyes fix on me. The human follows his gaze, theirs landing on me, and their face instantly breaks out into a smile. Hi. I give a small wave. Hi there, you must be the new neighbor. Shiwu messaged me saying that you'd be on your way soon. I'm Roswell. It's nice to meet you. They climb out of the conversation pit and hold their gloved hand for a shake. Roswell's grip is firm, and their handshake is, well, enthusiastic. I'm Oko. It's nice to meet you too. I'm your new neighbor, I guess. I'm taking over the Milky Way diner. Sorry for interrupting. It seems like the 2 of you were in the middle of a pretty heated battle. Hardly. I just finished claiming victory. Sedith turns to the holodeck turns off the holodeck and climbs out of the conversation pit as well, standing beside Roswell. I am Sedith. Sedith, fuck me. Sedith, They're set. They're set. That's it. They're set. You know what? They're Seth. Seth. That's what I'm calling them. Seth. Seth the researcher. Yep. Roswell elbows him in the side. Now do the thing, like we practiced, they say out of the corner of their mouth. Seth rolls his yellow eyes and extends a 3-fingered, scaly hand, offering it for a handshake. I take his hand in mine. It feels odd and a bit cold and a far different shape than what I'm used to, but altogether a well-executed gesture. You know they did this on purpose for his name. I think they did, and I hate it. I'm so bad at reading out loud, and just shit like that just fucking throws me. If I was playing this game myself and not streaming it, I wouldn't care, because I would be reading this all in my head and I'd be able to process it. But having to read it out loud, or sorry, having to like process it and then say it out loud, nah. It's Seth. They're Seth now. Words are hard. After Seth lets Roswell give him... After Seth lets go... Oh, it's Rawell, not Roswell. Rowell. What the fuck? I just read Roswell. Rowell gives him a friendly pat on the back. No, it is Roswell. Wait. Okay, so that's just missing an S.
That's okay. Early access. Demo. Work in progress.
There you go, bud. You killed it. Roswell leans in towards me, and I'm in mock whispers. Seth was super nervous about making a good first impression on our new neighbor. He even asked for a refresher on human greeting customs. I did not. Seth sputters embarrassed, his tail swishing back and forth in agitation. Well, for what it's worth, you did a good job. Oh, okay, I want to know his greeting custom. Yeah, what's your greeting custom? I'm grateful you made the effort, and well, my voice trails off. I really should have brushed up on my interspecies relations before coming all the way out here. Seth clears his throat and shifts awkwardly. Well, the thing is, how should I put this? Roswell leans in towards me and whispers under her breath. So, hold up. So they've been using they-them pronouns for Roswell up until this point. So I'm wondering if that's another error? Oh! Skitarian greetings are kind of intimate. What, you guys fuck on the first date? Like, what is this? You guys, like, what do you... How... What? What do you mean? Is it intimate by our customs but not by their customs? I need to know. I need to know. Oh, yes. By mammal standards. You guys just go up and, like, I don't know, cop a feel? Like, what is this? What is this? Yeah, okay, it is. It is. They do they legit go up and cop a feel. It's hardly my fault you're all so weird about your chests. I'm sorry. Chests? Seth pinches the bridge of his nose and sighs. Allow me to demonstrate. Roswell suddenly looks very interested in their palm pad, averting their eyes and absently scrolling through messages. Seth turns to the empty space on his side and folds his upper arm behind his back. First, I would make a fist over my heart, and with my right hand, like so. And then reach out and place my palm over your heart. Seth mimes the motion into empty space, keeping his palm in position for 3 seconds. His movements are gentle and undeniably graceful. He then puts his arm down and turns back to face me. You would then reciprocate the same gesture. In essence, it is an expression of trust, a way to prove that you are not a threat. Having another's claws right above your heart is a risky position to put oneself in after all. I glance down at Seth's hands, 3 massive yellow claws at the end of strong, scaly digits. Why did that read like it was from a monster fucker novel? Apparently not even on a date, right? I'm a writer. Words are hard. If you don't think so, then you're wrong. Because it was Ice Storm. That was the same, I was gonna say some tongue action. There is also a gesture as an alternative. He puts down his middle finger and makes an arching gesture from his forehead outward. Wait. He puts down his middle... Okay, like a weird half-fingered salute? As a non-Skitarian, this will suffice. We understand that other species don't have the same boundaries as we do. Though if I were to introduce myself to another member of my own species this way, it would come off as cold at best and hostile at worst. I see. In that case, I'm gonna do the traditional greeting. I step in front of Seth. I'm a bit nervous, but there's no going back now. I steady myself for it and just go in. I mimic Seth's actions from before, folding my left arm behind my back, making a fist, and with my right hand over my heart, I then reach out and gently place my hand over Seth's heart. Time slows down a bit in that moment. Even through his clothes, I can feel that his body is colder than humans. I can feel his heart. Seth's heart beating hard and fast under my hand, his chest rising and falling under my palm. I look towards his face, and a smile is playing on his lips. I feel heat rise from my face as I realize a second too long has passed. I remove my hand back quickly, as if burned by a stove. If Seth notices, he said nothing. It's good to meet you, Oko. Seth says in a warm tone. Left hand behind his back, he makes a fist with his right hand, places it over his heart, and then reaches over and places his palm over my chest where my heart lays. His large, cool, clawed hand still and unmoving on my chest, feeling my heartbeat. I understand why this is an expression of trust for his species. He could rip the heart out of my chest if he really wanted to. Literally. This is 100% what would be in a monster fucker novel. Just saying. It's good to meet you too, Seth. After the 3 longest seconds of my life, Seth removes his hand from my chest. As if on cue, Roswell puts their palm pad back in their pocket. See what I mean? Intimate. Seth clears his throat. Anyway, welcome. Oh, sorry, what was the wrong person I was reading for now? Yeah, welcome. How was your flight? Did it go okay? How long was it from the Helio system? Are you from the Helio system too? Nope, I was born on the Caspar. That's one of the 3 original human extrasolar mobile space settlements, right? The 3 Magi, as they are called, and the 3 massive ships that left the Helio system not long after first contact with the Galactic's Assembly almost 2 centuries ago. Built with the help of the Assembly as a token of goodwill, the residents were the first humans to set out and join the galactic community. Pardon me. What is that spear? You've been here the whole time? Oh, it's the merda. I'm sorry if I missed you typing. Some would go to settle fringe planets. Go on to settle fringe planets. But a significant population decided that the ships were their home now. They would journey on, exploring the galaxies as generations passed. I remember the first time I took on a long-haul transport off of Caspar. It was budget, of course, and I felt like I had the worst hangover for days after being on the pod. The same thing happened when I traveled to, Hesperdes? I went to the Milky Way diner, feeling like literal death, and Cassie made me the most amazing soup, and poof, I felt better than ever. I swear it was like Roswell stops mid-sentence, seemingly remembering in that moment that Aunt Cassie is gone. They shake their head, and they blink back the tears that started to form in their eyes. Your aunt was a real great lady. The Milky Way diner means a lot to us here. It's really great that you're carrying on the legacy and keeping it open. Seth nods his head solemnly. She really was something. I ate pretty much all my meals there. We both did. Nothing beats Cass's spicy fried spiny bugs. Excuse me? Spicy fried spiny bugs. Got it. Roswell sighs wistfully, and Seth rolls his eyes again. Cass's cooking was indeed very good, but that dish was simply a waste of perfectly good spiny bugs. No, it's not! Fried spiny bugs were literally my second favorite food of all time. What is it with you? What is it you humans like to say? You could deep fry circuits. Wait, you could deep fry circuits and they would taste good? All you're tasting is oil, starch, and fat. Or oil, starch, and salt. You can hardly taste the delicate flavor of the meat under all that. I personally prefer them simmered. I like to actually enjoy my bugs for what they are. I'm sorry. Spiny bugs? The name sounds vaguely familiar, but as for what they look and taste like, I'm drawing a blank. You really haven't left the Helio system. They're huge out here in the GA space in the colonies. Super tasty, much more substantial than the crickets you'd get back in the Helio system. You'll love them. Cassie once told me that they taste kind of like lobster, which I've never had, but it's supposed to be really good. They're a specialty from my home planet. Adder breeds them on the agricultural deck. You can ask him to bring you a couple to sample. Ooh, that's good to know. I'm actually kind of curious. I want to try them simmered because I want to try them like genuine, and if they are from this dude's planet, I want to try them the way he has them. I bet they taste great simmered. I've tried lobster one time back home on Mars, and it was pretty good. I think it was poached. Anyways, it was tasty, so I'm sure spiny bugs would be tasty too. I'm confident they'll be to your liking. Skitarian food is the best in the galaxy, after all. Humble, are ya? Whoa there, Set. Aren't scientists supposed to refrain from making biased statements like that? In matters concerning research, of course. But we are discussing preferences at this time, and I think I'm in the clear. I really want to learn about Skitarian food. I tasted some ruby fruit and Skittero chilies for the first time today, and they were delicious. Remind me to share with you a list of the greatest dishes from my home, or that my home planet has to offer. If you add them to the diner's menu, I'm sure any Skitarians who visit would be thrilled for a taste of home. Skitarians like yourself, for example? Seth starts visibly getting flustered once again. I mean, who among us doesn't appreciate a taste of home? Besides, like I said, best food in the galaxy. Before I forget, I made you guys some sweets. I offered them the reusable containers filled with the desserts I made. Oh, thank you. You really shouldn't have. Come on, man. Just say thank you and move on. How was Oko supposed to know that you don't like sweets? Oh, shoot. Shit. Fae fuckery books. Oh, a quarter. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm familiar with that. Sorry, I've never seen the acronym. I'm sorry, Spear. Sorry, I didn't think about that. Roswell gratefully takes the containers from me with an apologetic smile. Sorry about him. It's fine, Oko. Don't worry about it. I will happily eat his share. Roswell snaps their fingers as if something just came to them. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I have a present for you. A present? Yeah, just a little welcome to the neighborhood gift. Roswell leans down and grabs a small duffel bag that was sitting on the couch. They dig around for a moment before pulling out a lumpy ball wrapped in festive pattern reusable cloth and handing it to me. Oh, thank you. Should I open it now or later in my room? Definitely now. I want to see the look on your face. Yes, I too am rather curious to see how you will respond. Between Seth's amusement and Roswell's naked enthusiasm, I feel a bit nervous. Could this be a prank of some kind? No, these two don't seem the type to haze their new neighbor. Tentatively, I open the wrapping to reveal a fuzzy blue ball with big ears. What is that? Oh my god, it's a Furby. It's a Furby. It's a Furby. It's a fucking Furby. Its robotic yellow eyes click and open. I flinch, almost dropping the contraption. It's a fucking Furby. Yee! Whoa, easy there. I steady myself to take another look at it. Some kind of pet bot? The kind that's pretty popular with kids. It's not any creature that I recognize. Do you like it? I know it can be hard adjusting to a new place. I found this little cutie in a box of Katari's scraps Kale brought me back from Ronan, and I fixed them up to keep you company. I click back to see an Oko. It's not a me, Furby. There's supposed to be a rune. Oh, is that? Well, a cartoonish interpretation of one. Kale said that they were super popular on her homeworld when she was a cub. Ah, what the fuck? Young Katarians are called cubs? They're so cute. Don't hold back. I told Roswell it was a bit of a juvenile idea. That's just another word for fun. Anyway, be honest. The little robot starts to let out a slight rumbling mechanical purr. There's no denying the sound is comforting in its own way. Well, it's certainly something. I'll say I love it for the gesture. I love it. It's really cute. A bit creepy, but cute. These used to drive my mother mad when I was younger. I had at least one Furby, possibly two. I can't remember. But they're so creepy. I don't know why my mother let me have one. Exactly. Seth shudders. It stares into your soul. Right into your soul. That's part of the rune's charm. Kale told me in the wilds of Ronan they immobilize their prey with their stare. Well, thanks so much, Roswell. That was so thought of you. I really do love it. Roswell blushes, beaming with happiness, their smile bright as warm. Wait. Their smile bright and warm as sunshine. I feel myself starting to blush a little too. I had a feeling you'd be a fan. I'm more than a fan. Look, I feel like I'm overselling my hype. I was being nice. This little cutie and me are going to be the best of friends. Hearing that, I think this is supposed to be an exclamation bubble, not a dialogue bubble. Hearing that, the little pet bot rune starts to purr even more. So, what does it do? Well, it's got a basic AI. It'll respond if you pet it or pick it up or talk to it. It can give off a little heat too. You can also ask it for the weather. What weather? We live on a space station. Okay, fine. It will tell you the weather if you take it planet-side or the news. They make a pointed glance at Seth, which is relevant everywhere. It's even got a built-in speaker function so you can play your music. All of which the AI assistant built into your living quarters can do. Well, yes, but you can't cuddle the living quarters AI. No, you cannot. That's score 1 for the rune. If you ever need any maintenance on it or anything else, just give me a shout. I'm the head of tech in the Hesperides. If it's broken, I can fix it. Just then, an alarm goes off in Roswell's palm pad. Still rocking at it? Wait. Huh? Still rocking at what? The demo? I kind of want to see where the demo ends. I think it basically... I have a feeling it's going to end when you meet all of the bachelors and bachelorettes. And to my knowledge, based off of the art that I've seen, there's one I haven't seen yet. Yeah, we're 7.5 hours in. I'm not a math gay. Hold on. Oh, wow. 4.5 hours left. Hot damn. You're getting to my levels. Hey, I said 12-hour stream today, dude. And I should head back to the lab. It was good to meet you, Oko. You guys as well. Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you head to the Wayfarer's Rest for drinks tonight? A little welcome party for our new friend. What do you say? We'll meet you there after we're done working for the day. I'll try my best to make it. I've got this experiment too. It can wait. Come on, Seth. Live a little. I live plenty. Yeah, that sounds fun. I guess I'll see you two later. I'm gonna drop off my stuff in my room and get settled a little bit. Yeah, rest up. Take care, Oko. We'll see you later. Seth gives me a friendly wave before turning around and walking out of the block with Roswell following behind. Now, I believe you have credits to transfer to me. I was hoping you'd forget. So I have a feeling if we're going to the bar next, that the last person I haven't met is probably the one who runs the bar. I walk over to the door for room 3 and scan my wrist chip. The door slides open, and I take my first steps into my new home, carrying the rune in my arms as it continues to purr away. My bags were left in the sunken entry alcove, placed carefully by the delivery bot from earlier, I presume. I remove my shoes and take a look around my room. It's cozier than I expected it to be. There's a bathroom and a little kitchenette, as Shiwu described. There's also a sleeping nook with plush-looking sheets and warm golden glow coming from the lights in the walls of the nook. Finally, there is a surprisingly large window looking out into space. I can see the distant blinking lights. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be lights. Of one of the stable wormhole entrances and the occasional flashes of starships zipping by. It's peaceful. I place the little rune pet bot on the shelf of my bed. The little robot eyes blink a couple of times looking around the room. It talks! The little voice calls out from inside the pet bot. The speakers crackle a little with age. What the... I take my seat on the bed and lean in until I'm eye level with the rune. Vashavu. I'm not reading that. I'm not going to try to decipher that. The little robot creature's ears move up and down as it looks at me. It's a fucking Furby. It's a fucking Furby. Are you speaking Qatari? I don't speak Qatari. Sorry, little buddy. The rune closes its eyes for a few moments, then rumbles a little. When the rumbling stops, it opens them up again. Language path updated to Galactic Assembly Standard Dialect. Hello, friend. What is your name? It's Oko. Hi, Oko. Is this the name you'd like me to respond to? Oh, is there a name you'd like me to respond to? Guys, what are we calling it? What are we calling it? I need name suggestions. Why would you put it there? I don't know. But yeah, Wolf, I think I'm going to switch to Minecraft after this paralysis demon. Snooch. I should call it Snooch. I should call it Snooch. Carry on the Snooch legacy. Yeah, Snooch. Okay, I'll go by Snooch from now on. Do you want to play? Maybe some other time, buddy. I kind of want to take a nap. I say, peeling off my traveling clothes and flopping onto my bed. Somehow it's even comfier than it looked. I crawl under the covers and let out a concentrated sigh. Lights off. I call out and the lights in the room switch off. I turn over in the bed and look into the little rune's glowing eyes. Can you wake me up in a couple of hours? Of course, my friend Oko. Sweet dreams. Snooch the fifth by now, I think. I close my eyes and I almost immediately fall asleep. When I wake up from my nap, it's about an hour and a half before I'm supposed to meet Roswell and Seth at the Wayfarer's Rest. I unpack my bags and take a refreshing shower and get dressed. I figure it won't hurt to be a bit early, so I decide to head to the Wayfarer's Rest and have a drink while I wait. I walk back to the Wayfarer's Rest. It's a dim space sparsely lit with neon. There are a handful of patrons scattered around, occupying tables and stools along the bar. I decided to grab myself a spot at the counter. Now, this is the character art that I've actually been most excited to see. I look over the small drink menus on the bar, and as expected, none of the cocktails are anything I'm familiar with. Look at them! They look so soft. The person behind the bar, a Qatari with long hair wearing incredibly fine clothes, walks over to where I sit. He places a glass of water in front of me and a purple cloth napkin, and gives me an easy smile. Welcome to the Wayfarer's Rest, my guest, or Wayfarer's Rest, dear guest. I'm Laro. I like that name. The heck? Laro. Is there anything I can get started for you, or would you like a bit more time with the menu? Why has he got the dead mom hairstyle? No! I look over the unfamiliar list of drinks with alien ingredients. I recognize a few of them now, thanks to Ader, but it's not enough to really know what I want. What would you recommend? Depends on what you like. I'm sure I can make you something that would be to your taste. Well, in that case... Do I want something sweet or something refreshing? I'm gonna go with something refreshing. I think something refreshing would be great. In that case, I think I have just the thing. Laru busies himself taking bottles of liquor off the shelf behind him and mixing the ingredients together with practice efficiency. Once he's finished, he places the tall glass before me. It's filled with an electric green liquid, ice cubes, Bavarian mint sprigs, and some green bubbles. Oh, it's like a boba! Here you are. This is Rashit. Reshet Fizz. I take a sip through the pink straw. The drink is delicious, refreshing, and fizzy. Pleasantly sour and slightly sweet, with a lovely cooling flavor from the Bavarian mint. The little green pearls pop with little pressure and burst into a sour, citrusy juice. There's a slight kick from some mystery alcohol that ties it all together. Oh, that sounds delightful, actually. That hits the spot. Do you mind if I ask what it is? The pearls especially. I've had this thing on Earth called popping boba before, and they're similar, but the texture is different. Those are bubble lime pulp. It's a fruit from Nauru. I have Kale fly them in special. There's also some Bavarian mint, of course, some bubble lime juice, and a bit of Vektuk, since this is the alcoholic version. I've heard of Reshet. Oh my god, these words. I've heard of Reshet before. It's a city in the GA capital planet of Alahala? Off work! Time to rest the fingers and play some epic sauce beer! You're tempting me. Well, it's delicious. Makes me want to visit Reshet one day. You should. It's nice. So, what brings you to the Hesperides, dear guest? And would you honor me by sharing your name? Laura asks, his voice smooth as velvet. I'm Oko. I just moved here today to take over the management of the Milky Way Diner. Laura's eyes narrow slightly at my response. Oh, so that's why you asked. He says, still smiling, but there's a coldness in his tone. Oh, are we rivals? You here to steal my recipes? Scope out the competition? Maybe you're looking to add a cocktail menu to the Milky Way Diner? Gail told me about the new chef when she dropped off my delivery today. He makes a point of looking me up and down, sizing me up with his cat-like gaze. She said you were cute for a human, but I don't know if I see it or not. Bitch! He leans casually on the counter behind him, arms folded, his eyes locked onto mine. Are we really competition? Or maybe, and this is crazy, I'm just here to enjoy a drink while I wait for my friends? Besides, are we really in competition? I ask matter-of-factly and unamused. You run a bar, and I run a diner. These are different niches. You don't have to worry about anything from me. Were you and my aunt competitors or something? Is that why you suddenly got all cagey the second you learned who I am? Yeah, dude. I asked, taking another sip of my drink, which is annoyingly good. We were friendly rivals, he says with a grin as he busies himself cleaning glassware. Well, I guess there would be a bit of competition for customers who are not just passing through. I guess I'll have to see who comes out on top. I think the station is big enough for both of us. Damn it. Okay, do I want to go with friendly rivalship? Because, I feel like this option might come off as friendly rivalship, but also might not, and I'm nervous. But it's also the demo, so I can just fuck around and find out. I guess we'll just have to wait to see who comes out on top, won't we? I smirk, taking another sip of my drink. Lara regards me with an amused expression. Okay, it seems good. Though I guess I won't be able to get a drink as good as this on the station if I run you out of business. I admire your confidence. I might just have to stop by the Milky Way Diner and see how good your cooking is. Decide for myself if I have to worry about you running me out of business, as you say. As long as you don't steal my recipes while you're at it. Laura lets out a purring chuckle. I don't quite think I'll need to resort to that. Friendly rivals, then? I ask, raising my glass. Friendly rivals. Laru says as he sets out prepping what looks to be garnishes for cocktails. As I continue to sip my drink, my eyes wander to the shelves of unfamiliar bottles. So what's all in these different bottles? I ask, pointing to the shelves behind him. It's not all alcohol, right? Not at all. Laru answers, Aurelians don't consume alcohol, nor can the Naru, but they have their own beverages that produce altered states. There's dream flower nectar from the Aurelian system. Lara turns and pulls a bottle filled with a thick golden yellow substance, placing it on the counter for me to examine. It also has a lovely sweet flavor and a mild psychedelic effect I find rather enjoyable myself. Can humans drink it too? Yes, the Naru can as well. Sadly, Scutarians are a bit sensitive to some of the compounds found within, so they generally don't consume it. Not unless they're looking to have a very wild night. I see, I say, picking up the bottle and turning it over in my hand, watching the golden sparkling liquid swirl around inside. And this is Quilum, the Naru's drink of choice. Laru explains, pulling another bottle down from the shelf, this one tall and skinny, filled with a mysterious iridescent-looking liquid. It's made from puff-puff fish venom. Fugu fish venom? Excuse me?
My tea is cold.
Sadly, Katari can't really enjoy this, but it's safe for you humans. I've been told it induces a lovely, mellow high. I guess it makes sense that not every species can consume the same things safely. Laura nods thoughtfully. It is indeed a very important thing to consider when you're providing food for multiple species. I've got a lot to learn if I don't want to end up accidentally poisoning someone. That would be bad for your business, he muses before adding with a devilish smile, but potentially good for mine. I hear the bar door behind me chime, and a familiar friendly voice calls out, "Hey Oko, you made it!"
Lynette, you're home!
I turn around to see Roswell and Vega in tow. I hope you don't mind that I invited Vega along. She mentioned you guys had met. Vega gives me a friendly little wave. No, not at all. It's good to see you again. Roswell looks behind me and waves at the bartender. Hey, Laro. Welcome, dear guests. Please take a seat wherever you like.
Want to see the full body art for this one. He looks so soft.
Roswell and Vega walk over to join me at the bar. Hey, Laro, can I get a bottle of Kishuk, please? Laro nods pleasantly. Pardon me. Taking the purple glass bottle out from under the counter and popping the cap before handing it to Roswell. What's that? Is it any good? It's kind of like a beer, so I like it. They take a drink from the bottle. I've been looking forward to this all day.
Can I try a sip?
Roswell flushes, tapping the sides of the bottle with their fingertips. Isn't that like an indirect kiss? Oh my god, Roswell's a prude. I can't help but laugh. Aren't you a bit old to be thinking that way? It's okay if you don't want to share. I don't mind. No, it's cool. Here. Roswell hands me the bottle of Kishuk, blushing slightly and avoiding my eyes. I thank them and take a sip. It tastes a bit more like a dry, citrusy cider than a beer, but it's nice. It's good. Thanks for letting me try, I say, smiling at Roswell as I hand them back the bottle. They immediately proceed to down half the contents in one chug. Jesus.
Ooh, I'll have one of those as well, please.
Lara raises an eyebrow at Vega. I'm sorry, miss, but I'm afraid I can't serve you Kashuk. It's alcoholic. Oh, whoops. Silly me. Vega laughs awkwardly. It's her first time out of her home system, too. I explained to Lara. How about Dreamflower Rochette Fizz instead? He asks, turning to Vega. Ooh, sure, that works too. So what I'm hearing is it's like edibles, but in a drink. I've only seen CBD drinks, so wouldn't be... Wait. I've only seen CBD drinks, so not sure if that would be the same. The innocent bean. Yeah, she innocent. Or are you talking about Roswell? They seemed very, very innocent. Lara turns around and busies himself with prepping Vega's drink. So what's the status of your ship? I turn to Vega and ask. Respectfully, it's not a ship, it's a fossil. Hey! No offense. Roswell raises their hands. It's an Aurelian Rethar? That class of ship hasn't been in production for like 75 years. I'm impressed that it's still even operational. I doubt it would even pick up on most modern scanners. Vega's lucky the sensors we have on the station are also fossils. The rescue team might not have reached her in time otherwise. I told Vega that I could fix it, but it's gonna take a while to find compatible parts. I said she's better off at cutting her losses and flying commercial, but I said I'd rather just wait. Vega says, cutting off Roswell. It's not like I'm in a hurry. Besides, the station seems nice. And here's your shit fizz, Miss Vega. Lara says, placing the drink on a napkin in front of Vega with a smile. Thank you. Laro, right? Correct. Pleasure. The door chime goes off again. Over here, Edar. Seth.
Whew, we're getting the gang together.
Roswell calls, waving them both over to the bar. Okay, so maybe I didn't just invite Vega along. I thought a welcome party would be fun. The others should be here soon, too. The others? Yeah, Shiwu, Saria, and Kale. You've met them all, right? I have. Great! Then it's gonna be a great night. Roswell turns to Seth and Adar. Hey guys, this is Vega. They motion towards Vega with a flourish. She's also new to the station. Her starship exploded and she was very lucky to not be dead. Vega bows her head to Adar and then greets Seth with an arching gesture from her forehead outward with her hand. Ah, so she's doing the altered version of the salute. It's a pleasure to meet you both. It's nice to meet you too, Vega. Adar says with a polite bow. I can tell he's making an effort to speak louder so he can be understood over the music and conversations. He tilts his head slightly as he looks to Vega. I'm sorry to ask, but have we met before? Ah, she's a princess! She's running away! I know it. I just fucking sense it. I sense it. Oh, of course. Sorry I asked. You look so familiar, I just can't quite remember how. Ah, I guess I just have one of those faces. Vega said with an uncomfortable laugh, turning to continue talking to Roswell. Adar turns to me. By the way, Oko, I just wanted to thank you for the dessert you made. I really enjoyed it. I'm happy to hear you enjoyed it. I'll make some more, I'll make some for you again sometime. Anything I can get you boys? I'll have the, oh my god. Why is everything in their language done with like 4 letters? It bothers me so much. Oh my god. I guess technically 5 letters because there's T's as well. Lara turns and gets working on their drinks. Did you guys both have a good rest of your day? I asked Seth and Adar. It was productive. I've been wondering what exactly it is you research about, Seth. I'm a deep space biophysicist. My area of study involves a particular near microscopic species that lives in the vacuum of space called tarsics. They're particularly drawn to areas of fabric and space and time where areas of fabric, space, and time are a bit looser. So the nexus point of the 4 stable wormholes is the ideal space to collect samples to study them. But how does a species even survive in the vacuum of space? The answer to that question is a bit too complicated for this setting, but perhaps you can come by my lab someday and I can explain my research a bit more thoroughly then. That would be really cool. I'd be happy to take you up on that. I turn to Adar. Did you have a good day too, Adar? He nods. We transferred some strawberry seedlings to the grow towers. You grow strawberries? When will they be ready to harvest? 2 weeks. I'll include some of your produce delivery when they're ready. Yes. Yes. I'd love some as well, Laru says, handing Ada and Seth their drinks. I have a great idea for a new cocktail. All right, let's get this party started, calls a familiar voice from the entrance of the bar. I look over to see Kale stride into the Wayfarer's Rest. Laru, Sek, Vo. Oh my god, no, that's they're talking their language. I'm not doing it. I thought they were calling nicknames. Laura responds at Katari and pours Kale a shot of clear alcohol. She takes the shot from Laura and slams it back in a swift motion. Now that's what I'm talking about, she exclaims, then turns to Roswell. Hey, Sparky. Roswell and Kale share a high five that becomes a surprisingly elaborate secret handshake. She then turns to Ader, giving him a friendly pat on the back. Sprout, my man. How are those seeds I brought you back from the last time doing? They're doing great. They just started germinating. Love to hear it. Seth, always fun to see you out of your science cave. Science cave? The word you're looking for is laboratory. Yeah, but science cave just sounds way more fun to say. And you, Kale says, turning to me with a bright smile. How was your day, sugar? I hear Seth mutter. You really could not wait till Oko got settled before trying to charm her, huh? Kale shoots him an icy glare before turning back to me. It was pretty good, I'd say. Lots of new friends, as you can see. Mystic, please don't sit in my teacup, cat. What are you doing? Hi, pretty girl. I have to ask, are you going to keep calling me that from now on? Not unless you ask me to stop. I don't mind. Vega taps on Kale's shoulder to get her attention. Hello, we haven't met yet. I'm Vega. Oh, hi. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you there. As Kale and Vega introduce themselves to one another, my attention shifts to the two other people entering the Wayfarer's Rest, Shiwu and Saria. I think the demo's coming to an end. It's so good. I'm done. I'm done with talking. Reading out loud. I'm done with reading out loud. Ah, yes, doctor and officer. Anything I can get you, my dear guests. I'll take a glass of Quillu. It's missing an L here. I'm pretty sure I had 2 L's when it was first introduced to me. Just some iced tea with mineral water, please. Coming right up. Laura says with an easy smile. Hey, how are you feeling? Much better. Thank you for asking. Of course. We'll try not to keep you out so late. You need your rest to adjust to the GA standard time. Days are a bit longer than than you're probably used to. Speaking of rest, she turns to Shiwu. Are you getting enough rest, Shiwu? The meds you gave me are doing their job of helping me fall asleep, but I still find myself waking up multiple times throughout the night. I see. Come by my office tomorrow and we'll talk more. Maybe I can make you something that could help with that, Lara offers, placing Shiwu and Saria's drinks on the counter before them. I'll remind you that I'm 2 years sober. Oh, he's got a past with alcohol. Something non-alcoholic. Honestly, I'm hurt that you think that I would disrespect your sobriety like that. Though if you need someone to come to your room and read you a bedtime story... Laru winks at Shiwu suggestively, but he completely ignores Laru, totally unfazed by his comment. Shiwu takes a sip of his iced tea. Honestly, why does everyone on this station care about how much sleep I get? I wouldn't want a bedtime story. Maybe because you have friends that care about you? Oko is right. We just want to see that you're happy and healthy. Me especially, as your friend and as your physician. I know, and I know how fortunate I am, and thankful for it. I'm just not the biggest fan of being fretted over so much. I can take care of myself. I'll come by the med bay on my break tomorrow. Mystic, honey, can you This cat is pacing back and forth between me and my keyboard, and I'm trying to like hold my tea away from her, but she keeps trying to go towards my tea. Can I come by tomorrow and see you too, Saria? Oh, of course, Oko. But didn't you just say that you were feeling much better? Well, I am. I might have some trouble adjusting to the time change, like you said. Maybe I can bring you lunch, since you said earlier you were looking forward to not having to cook for every meal. Well, that's a very generous offer, but you don't need to go through all the trouble. I can wait for the diners. There's 2 P's there. I can wait for the diner's reopening like everyone else, but I'll be happy to give you a quick checkup tomorrow, should any problems arise. Yeah, of course. Sorry if I overstepped there. You seem to care for everyone so much, so I wanted to do something to make you feel cared for too. Well, you didn't overstep at all, so don't worry. But I won't be accepting any special treatment, not unless you want to deliver lunch to Shiwu and everyone else. As conversations continue, Roswell climbs onto the bar. They stand on the counter and they call it to the assembled group. Alright, can I have your attention? Now that everyone's here, please get off the bar. I kind of wish that, like, when the game's fully released, I kind of wish that, like, Laru, like, sort of slides in quickly from the side. I kind of wish it's more of, like, an abrupt thing as opposed to them, like, fading in. Please get off the bar. Right, sorry. Roswell hops off the bar and back into their seat. As I was saying, let's make a toast. To new friends and the grand reopening of the Milky Way Diner. Cheers! Ta-da! And there's the demo. So yes, guys, again, pinned comment. At least check out the Kickstarter. Share it around if you can. There's 15 days left on it, and I think I'm going to be making a donation as well. I want to see more of this. This seems really cute. I want to see more of Adder. I want to do Himbo. Also, Kale. Kale's nice. Thank you, Mystic, for getting rid of the credits by stepping on my keyboard. Loved that. Loved that a lot. Thanks, Kat. All right. I am going to take a brief break.